Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In previous videos, I've shared different macrame projects with you all, and so in this one, I thought let me slow them down and show you all the different basic macrame knots that you need to know in order to get started. If you like this video, please give it a like and also hit the subscribe button and the bell notification next to it in order to be notified of all of the future tutorials and videos that I put up, as I at least put up one a week. Alright, let's get started. To set up your project, make sure to anchor it onto something like the back of a chair or clothing rack with 2 S-hooks and a dowel of some kind to knot onto. To mount all of your cords onto your dowel, you can simply use a Lark's head knot. To do this, fold your cord in half and find the middle. Then place the middle section on top of the dowel from front to back. Next, take the 2 ends of the cord and pull them through that middle section loop all the way, and this will anchor the cord to the dowel. This knot is really helpful as a first step in mounting all of the cords to your project. Here, I'll show you one more time how to create the Lark's head knot. Once all of your cords are mounted to your dowel, you can easily adjust them and move them around to where you would like them to be for your project. The reverse Lark's head knot is similar to the Lark's head knot. It's just mounted the opposite way. To create it, fold your cord in half and place the middle section on top of the dowel from back to front. Then pull the 2 ends of the cord through that middle section loop all the way, and this will anchor the cord to the dowel. This is great to use as a first step as well to begin your project. Whether you use the reverse Lark's head or the Lark's head knot just depends on the aesthetic that you would like to create for your design. And once your cords are mounted, you can simply move them to where you would like them to be for your project. To create the square knot, we will use 4 cords total. The 2 outer cords are the working cords, and the 2 inner ones are the standing cords. First, we will take the left working cord and place it over the 2 middle standing cords. Next, take the right working cord and place it over the left. Then we will take that right working cord, place it behind the 2 middle standing cords, and pull it through the space between the left working and the left standing cord from back to front. Next, pull on those 2 working cords so that the knot goes all the way up to meet the dowel, and you can hold the 2 middle standing cords straight and still with your other fingers while you do this, which will make this easier to adjust. To complete the knot, we will take the right working cord and place it over the 2 middle standing cords. Then take that left working cord and place it over the right. Continue with that left working cord. Place it behind the 2 middle standing cords and through the space between the right standing and the right working cords from back to front. Pull on those 2 working cords until the knot comes up to meet the first part of the knot, and you've completed the square knot. Hold on the 2 middle standing cords and push this knot up or down to adjust. There are a variety of sinnets in macrame. A sinnet is a series of 2 or more of the same knots in a row in your design. Here, I am demonstrating a square knot sinnet of 3 square knots to show you what it looks like. As you can see, all of the square knots are left-facing square knots, which means that they are tied using the left working cord first, and we know this because the vertical line in our square knot is on the left side of the knot first in the series of knots. If you tie a right-facing square knot, this vertical line would be on the right side first, so you want to be mindful of this when creating your design so that your knotting remains consistent. The alternating square knot pattern is used in a variety of macrame designs. It adds both horizontal and vertical design to your piece. To begin, simply knot a row of square knots. Here I am knotting 4 square knots in this first row, and I'm working from left to right. And one of the most important things to be mindful of here is to make sure that all of the knots are consistent. So if the knot is left facing, it starts with the left working cord first, and then tying with the right working cord. Whichever side you decide to start with first, you just want to make sure to work all of the square knots in that same way. This way your design can look nice and polished. For the second row, I am skipping the first 2 cords and then using the next 4 cords to work the square knot. So you'll notice that working this square knot actually connects the first and second square knot in the first row. And this is why we call it the alternating square knot pattern. In this row, I'm only working a total of 3 square knots that alternate with the previous row. For the third row, I will alternate again by working 4 square knots from left to right, using all of the cords again for this row. And for this fourth and final row, I will skip the first 2 cords again and only work 3 square knots in this row. Now there are 4 rows of alternating square knots. The double half hitch knot is a 2-part knot that can be used to create lines in the design. Here I will demonstrate a diagonal line from left to right. To do this, use the leftmost cord as a standing cord, and all of the other cords will be working cords, so they will be wrapped and tied around it. First, we will use the cord next to it to its right to wrap it around the standing cord and to the left, which will create the first part of the knot. And then wrap that same cord around the standing cord again and to the left, and this time this will create a knot which will secure the double half hitch knot in place. And you can decide where you want the line to start, which in this case is starting right next to the dowel. Then move on to the next working cord to its right and wrap it around the standing cord once as before, bringing that knot all the way up to meet the previous one. Then on the second time, we will wrap it around again and to the left, and this will create the knot which will secure that double half hitch knot. Continue with all of the working cords in the same way, and a tip to make a nice straight line is to make sure that the standing cord continues to be held in the direction that you want the line to be in. So as you tie all of the working cords, you want to make sure that the standing cord continues to be held in a diagonal direction as we tie in this case. Also, as you tie each double half hitch knot, make sure that each knot is tied next to each other so that it makes one seamless line. And now, here's one diagonal half hitch knot row. The last knot that I will show you is a gathering knot. This knot can be found in many plant hangers and simply does as the name says and gathers and secures all of the cords together in your design. To create it, we will take a cord and place it where you would like your gathering knot to be, then fold that cord up and make sure that there's a tail at the top and a loop at the bottom. Next, wrap the long side of the cord around all of the cords, bundling them together, and as you wrap, make sure to do so underneath the previous wrap. Then once you've wrapped as many times as you like, place the long end of that cord through that bottom loop and pull up on the top tail. This will pull that loop and end of the cord inside of the bundle and will secure the knot. Now all you have to do is trim the top and bottom ends and you will have a gathering knot. I hope you enjoyed this basic macrame knot guide. And if you did, please like this video as it really helps out my channel, and also subscribe to see more DIYs and tutorials as I post one every week. If you also want to access the free printable knot guide, you can sign up for the mailing list in the description box below and you will be sent the free guide. Thank you for watching and see you next time.